Dan Serb, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me on this very busy day.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And congratulations on your new role.
Thank you.
You are the new principal of Newbold College, an institution with a great history. And there'll be people watching today who see your face for the first time and wonder, who is Dan Serb? Tell us something about you.
All right. Well, it is still quite something to get my head around.
Yes.
Very excited. Well, I was born and raised in Romania, and when I was 21, I moved to South Africa to continue my studies. I was already studying theology back in Romania, and I finished my BA in South Africa, and then I lived there and ministered there for about 20 years. In 2013, moved to Ireland, and after 3 years working as a pastor, I was elected as president of the Irish Mission, and it was a very exciting experience. I really enjoyed the community, the church there. So it's something that has formed me, I would say, as a leader, and I feel quite blessed because of that experience. I'm married, 3 kids, and the 2 adult children are still in Dublin, studying and working, and the little one, she's almost 12, she's here at Newbold. And so we've been at Newbold since September last year, 2024.
Yeah. I appreciate your global perspective. The fact that you have lived in different countries is great because it expands your mind, but it's also great because Newbold is such a multicultural, cosmopolitan, and you've been working here, as you said, as vice principal for about a year. So the question, of course, is, what's your vision? You've been working here. What do you dream for Newbold?
Well, to be honest, I have lots of dreams
Yes.
about Newbold. I'm very excited. I think it is a time of great opportunities, not just for Newbold, but for the church. Now, as far as Newbold is concerned, in these probably about 9 months that I've been here, as you said, almost a year, what I appreciate the most about Newbold is the people. The people here, amazing team, very dedicated. Many sacrifice a lot to make sure things happen. Newbold has been through quite some changes, and the resiliency that people have demonstrated is amazing, and I'm encouraged by that. Also, of course, Newbold has got an amazing history and legacy, something to live up to. And when I started answering this question, I think it is a time of great opportunities. We see that trends are changing, especially young people are once again looking at religion, at spirituality, looking for answers, looking for something that people don't really want to talk about these days, certainty. And that's why I believe that now it's a time for us to tap into that kind of interest. And probably I would summarize my vision in one concept, and that is for the church as a whole to take ownership of what Newbold means. I believe that we need to enlarge the scope of what ministry means. It is not just pastoral training. We're talking about when Newbold was restructured, the restructuring took place. It was called the Center for Ministry and Mission.
Yes.
And I think that there's so much scope for ministry and mission, not only within the pastoral contingent, but every single church member should have an opportunity to actually engage in ministry and mission. And the one project that I'm really excited about is the e-learning platform that we have in mind of putting together.
Fantastic. And I love what you're saying, because as a journalist, I do ministry. And I was at a presentation sometime, and they asked me to introduce myself. I said, I'm Vanessa, I'm a journalist. And a young lady came to me later and said, oh my goodness, I didn't know that you could do ministry and be a journalist. So this is a very important message.
Yeah, I was speaking to someone just the other day, and he said, Dan, the way you felt called to pastoral ministry, I felt called by God to do business.
Fantastic.
And to learn, what investment is all about and how I can help the church in that respect. And I really appreciate that kind of calling, because any kind of ministry and mission needs finances.
Oh, yes.
So I think that if Newbold, not if, Newbold is a hub, I would say, where people can come to, and hopefully in the future there will be even more options, and get resources, get training for different aspects of ministry and for life.
Yes.
What does it mean to minister to others' needs? Is to live the way that Jesus called us to live.
Absolutely. I'm not sure you're allowed to say this, but if you are, what are some of the opportunities that will be available as e-learning?
Okay. Well, let me start with something else. We're also
Yes.
looking at developing new programs.
Yes.
So we've been in communication with one of our sister institutions to have a social work degree.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We're looking, as you very well know,
Yes.
media and communications.
Yes.
When it comes to e-learning, sky's the limit.
Fantastic.
Anything, when it comes to mental health, when it comes to well-being,
Yeah.
when it comes to conflict resolution, business, anything, because there's so much expertise in the church that we are not
Absolutely.
necessarily tapping into.
Yeah.
There are church members who have a lot of experience and knowledge in different fields, and we would like to connect with them
Yeah.
from different parts of the Trans-European division, not just the United Kingdom, and invite them to prepare like a 6 to 8 weeks course that can be CPD UK accredited with the Newbold brand, of course,
Fantastic.
and tap into that kind of knowledge and equip the church and provide a service to the community.
I love it. Really excited and, of course, very supportive. Fantastic. And I heard you talking about conflict resolution, and I know this is a passion of yours. So I'm going to take that avenue to ask you about how would you define your leadership and maybe communication style?
I would like to think
Yes.
that my leadership
would
style,
like
sometimes we think we do things in a certain way,
Yeah.
but maybe the perception of the others is not the same. I'd like to believe that my style of leadership is collaborative. I always feel much more comfortable when there are other people around the table and we make decisions together.
Yeah.
It means that people are buying into it, but also it means that there's so much diversity, variety of ideas.
Yes.
I've never been threatened by people telling me, you know what, maybe we can do it this way, as long as I'm convinced it's a better way.
Yes.
And that can be done through communication, through dialogue. And I think another very important principle of leadership is transparency.
Absolutely.
I think in the past, in my own experience, I may have been guilty of sometimes getting so excited about the vision that I ran ahead of people.
Yes.
And then I had to stop and think to myself, why aren't they seeing it the way I see
Why are they
it?
not excited?
Because they had not been part of the process,
Yeah.
and they had not owned the idea, the vision.
Yeah.
So I hope I learned something from
Absolutely. Thank you. I wonder, for the new students coming to Newbold, what would you consider a successful Newbold experience? So they come here from all over the world, and you will be happy if what exactly takes place while they're here?
Well, I think that I have been listening to our lecturers, those who are in the classroom teaching, and they're very big on making sure that students get good quality learning, all right, education. And I think that will be expected. It is a matter of engaging critically, thinking for yourself, and then, studying as hard as you can. But I think Newbold is much more than just what happens in the classroom. It is what I would call the Newbold experience. And my hope is that as people come here, they renew their relationship, they strengthen their relationship with God. They are able to find, tangible aspects of what it means to be a Christian, that they will feel comfortable in their own skin as Christians.
Yeah.
And that they will not just be equipped on certain subjects, which is very important. We live in a world where professionalism is of very high standard.
Of course.
And I believe Newbold teaches, every single subject at that level, but also that we teach students to be, or allow them to discover what it means to be a good person.
Yeah. Okay, 2 last questions. What is one thing, because you were talking about learning and feel comfortable in your own skin as a Christian, so I wonder, what is one thing that God has taught you recently that you are comfortable sharing?
Okay, don't take things personally in ministry.
Oh, We all need that.
I think that I need to, this is something that I've learned, which is very important. In ministry, the ministry, and I see Newbold College as a ministry. It's not just another job, it is, a ministry. This belongs to God. This institution, what happens here, the formation of, students and their minds and their spiritual stamina and character. This is God's work in people's lives, and I want to respect everybody's journey, and I need to understand that it is extremely important to surrender it all to Him, do my best, and when things don't go my way, not to take it personally.
Oh, okay, thank you. That's a good reminder. That's an excellent reminder. And the last question is, say, 25, 50, 70 years from now. We might not be around, but people will remember you as a leader and also their experience here at Newbold. What would be words that you would like people to say when they describe that?
I think that's a hard question
It
to
is.
answer because, again, it's about how other people may feel about it. But my hope is that while people are here, when they wake up in the morning, they would feel happy to come to work. They would feel that they are part of something that's greater than us, a greater purpose, something that motivates them, something that makes them, they would desire to be part of. No, it's not just one of those things I have to do, I don't really feel like going to work. We all have those days,
Yes.
But overall, so looking back to feel that and to have that light feeling that it was good to be there, and also to have a sense that they have experienced the presence of God in this place.
So basically, they were part of a story that was bigger than themselves, and a story worth taking part of, and a story written by God with their participation.
You put it so much better than I could do it. No, that's brilliant.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Dan.
you.
It's been an absolute privilege. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.